Well, this is a series running on fumes now, Pezza. Basically, the first day that the bowlers might have wanted to actually play, and half of them are in an ice bath in Finland. After being broken by statistically one of the flattest summers on record, 8 millimetres of grass, that's about half as much as what the bowlers must have smoked today, as the radar was all over the place. But while we've got more blokes in hospital beds than good overs and spells bowled, I've got faith. I've got faith that this is going to be fun because, I mean, somehow Karun Nair has scored a 50 on the hardest deck of the series. Poor old Woakes, he's in a sling. Gambier and the groundsman, they're going at it. And you know it's going to be fun because, let's face it, it's been fun all the way through. India, 64 overs today, 204 for 6. I'm into it.
Yeah. This is the test cricket that we watch on TV in Australia, cold and scared.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Bit of live grass, bit of overheads, wet, general discomfort.
Sweaters.
I get the shapes of it.
Yep.
The game taking place against the backdrop of a born-to-rule millionaire politician coach talking down to a groundsman with a bucket. You know, clearly for India, it was uncomfortable for Gambier to let his team be the good blokes for 24 hours. You know? 24 hours, that's enough.
They had it.
Wear the coats.
Yeah.
Wear the coats.
Or is the groundsman the coat? I don't know.
Well, you know, actually, when you fly at 50,000 feet, everybody's actually doing the same thing to each other.
Well, and also, what you have to factor in is that we're Australian, so why are you talking about this series?
Obsessed. But yeah, that's a good backdrop to the game. Selections, as you said, it's a war zone. England's bowling lineup: Woakes, Atkinson, Tongue, Jamie Overton, out Cass, Archer, Stokes, Liam Dawson. I liked how Daniel Norcross put it on the final word. Bowled himself onto the plane first day, bowled himself off it last day. And according to Nathan Lyon, Jack Leach is the best.
That's great. Everyone's doing their part.
Cat pigeons.
Yeah.
Ollie Pope's a skipper. England's deep into the bullpen there. No frontline spinner for England, which I understand is like sort of standard practice for Surrey, who plays at the Oval these days. And for India, I haven't got it written down, but Karun Nair's in.
For Shardul
Thakur. Prashad Krishna's in. Akash Deep is in. Bumrah's out. Cambodge, unlucky to miss out. And they weren't sure what they were going to do the batting lineup.
Obviously, Juv Jarrell in for Rishabh.
So, of course.
4 changes for each team. Only the second time that's ever happened in Test cricket for both teams.
Nice.
Mid-series.
Okay, yeah, toss. India's lost 15 tosses in a row. Needs an investigation, Jeff Tuvey style. That's right, India, Jeff Tuvey style.
Look it up.
England, so England's won the toss 5 times in a row. They bowl/field, however you like your nomenclature. Per Matt Roller, great journo Matt Roller.
One of the best.
Quick info. Says this is the 22nd first-class match and 4th test at the Oval since May 2023. In 22 out of the 22 games, the captain who has won the toss has chosen to bowl first.
Okay.
So it's what you do.
Okay.
So one of these...
Just on tosses, India have won 1 toss in their last 3 tours to England.
Well, Gambier can point to that, given he's could go three tours in a row.
Don't worry about the deck. Worry about the double-sided coin.
Yeah. So this oval deck, understanding is it can do a bit early, but not heaps.
Okay.
Before flattening out deluxe for supreme batting conditions, day 2, day 3, especially, possibly into day 4.
Wow.
So you'd say England has the inside running on the conditions with that toss win. But it was a day for interruptions. It was a day for rain showers, a day for the English conditions as we know it, a day for Lee Fortis coming on and off the ground.
Love it.
But like a weird vibe as well, like a green deck, but not a ton of movement in it. Cloudy and wet.
Yeah.
Outfield, slippy for the bowlers. Slippy. The lights went on, but there was no light. My understanding is the resident pigeons at the Oval arrived earlier than they normally do.
Interesting.
So that was last day of school vibe, 5th test. You know, people like a little bit of ill discipline knocking around that we'll get to, bowling and batting. So that's the sort of the setup to the game. Here goes. Second thing I've got is England bowl shit, honours even. So Jazz Wiley kicks one. But England otherwise wayward in the first hour. The day with their bowling was an exhibition of the good, the bad, the ugly. Gus Atkinson looked the part on his home ground, I thought, 2 for 31 off 19. India early on, just in a Daniel Bedingfield situation, got to get through this. 72 for 2 at lunch. Now Shubbers looked regal again. As regal as he's looked, if that's possible, all series. So regal that he actually had Ricky Ponting on comms salivating over the different sound the ball makes off Shubmans' bat relative to everybody else. Like when you've got Punter praising the auditory qualities of your batting, and this is a man who's heard a lot of Leather on Willow.
True.
That's when you know you're special.
Yeah, well, he had turned himself into one of the pigeons at mid-wicket on the square. Such was the cooing that Punter was doing there. It looked majestic in every sense of the word. Everyone was sort of struggling to time the ball. It was a slow outfield as well, given the slippy conditions.
Born slippy.
How was it today? Slippy. But he played a cover drive and an off drive, I think, early on. It was just, the whole thing was early on, I suppose. But he was caressing the ball in a way that no one else had done it so far.
Yeah.
And actually for the rest of the day, including Karun Nair.
It makes a lovely click off his bat. Anyway, he's involved in one of the worst self-inflicted runouts in the history of cricket on 21. And that's why Is
that cyanide?
It's why you don't invoke Bradman. It was so bad that... Gus Atkinson, who athletically affected the run out, he actually has enough time to run around the ball. He runs around it, picks it up with his left hand, changes it to his right hand, and throws the stumps down with Gill out of the frame.
Yeah.
It is pure self-barbecuing. It is eat me. Eat me.
Right.
Anyway, but yeah, Gill was looking like Bradman, so we enjoyed those 21 runs.
So Gus Atkinson a year ago was near enough England's best player. 55 wickets in a calendar year. He had a test century and a hat-trick. And then he just didn't play for a while. And then match fitness has been, I suppose, the thing. He was also the second player ever to register 50 test polls in their debut year. Probably going to show how much England played Test cricket as much as anything, I suppose. But it was just a breakout, outstanding debut season. And then I read this via Vish, Vithushan Hantharajah for Cricket Info. He just noticed Gus Atkinson's spells, the pace of the spells throughout the day. So just a little bit of match fitness stuff, I suppose. So his 4 spells saw his average speeds... Atkinson's 4 spells saw his average speeds reduce steadily. So his first spell was 85.6, that was 6 overs, 84.8 for 6 overs, 84 for 5 overs, and his last 2 overs were 82. So over the course of the day, his speeds were dropping. And I suppose, it's interesting that he hasn't got himself back into the series so far, except for everyone falling over, of course, including Chris Woakes now. But it seems like he was the replacement for Chris Woakes to come to Australia. A bit more pace, excellent batting as well, and they'd be desperate for him to get up to speed. But he was still their best bowler today. So even though England bowled a heap of shit and there was 30 extras on 8 mils of grass, etc., everyone was slipping over. Shubman Gill in this run out slipped over as well. Gus Atkinson had the long spikes on, so he didn't slip over. But Woakes slips over on the outfield at the end of the day, loses his balance at least, and has done himself some damage. But to be fair to England, if you're running into bowl and you're at sawdust and not even that's doing the business, then maybe that's an excuse. But it just did look like these blokes are unders, including Gus Atkinson, who bowled excellently, but he's obviously struggling with some fitness.
I thought he showed in one day that he's part of that frontline attack for England in Australia. Given this, I think everybody's established India is merely a warm up.
Yeah, but we shouldn't talk about it.
But obsessed. And then there was then there was Jamie Overton and Josh Tongue.
Yes, there was.
And I think first things first, blokes can be nervous, and also blokes can be bowling on sawdust that isn't working, and it's slippery as fuck. Yeah, and I think comms guys were calling out that Josh Tongue's action is hard to develop rhythm from, and all of that. And I do think you got to extend that caveat. I think people know with Josh Tongue, he's not a guy that's he's not landing it on a sixpence. You know.
Yeah.
But he's capable of excellent deliveries. He ends up with 2 for 47 off 13.
Oh,
like
and
you're
the
binding
two-
you're binding hands off, you're binding arms off.
I mean, the 2 wickets are absolute
Hey,
jackets.
yeah, Stuart McGill's like this. You know what I mean? Like he has actually bowled 2 of the best balls of the series. It's just there was also 20 of the worst. But 2 for 47 off 13.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter how you get them.
Yeah.
Plenty of ways to skin a cat. Different ways you get a cat and you take its skin off.
That's right.
So
I mean, with Overton, he has 2 wickets in the county championship since 2023, which is the same amount of games he's played for Surrey since then. So the series and the bowling attack is fumes. There are fumes coming off the series and these bowlers.
There's been chat that they, quick questions over that selection just for the deck itself. Like, could Sam Cook have had a go? Apparently, this is his bread and butter. Matty Potts as well. And Ali Martin said that in the Guardian. Right. Good shout. Overton was yuck. He might play golf well. You know what I mean? And he's
got a
big fella, and he might be good around the sheds, And there's still another innings, and he might be able to actually hold his feet up because it did look very slippery.
And he can bat.
So 204 for 6 from India for India. Like, I thought massive result for them on this surface, in particular. Just if you're locking in on a line and length here with the Dukes, surely you're doing better than that.
It just feels like this was such a great deck for Bumrah. But I'd say the same about Stokes, to be honest. India were 153 for 6. It's not dissimilar to the last test match at Old Trafford where India got themselves to 358, 368 or something. And that was, I think that was a pretty good result. I think India have done well to get themselves, especially, Karun Nair and Washi have added 51 and 15 overs at the end of the day to be 204 for 6. But 153 for 6, this game, well, England will be right in front if they run through them, as they have done for most of this series with the tail. So
it's only going to take one. Yeah. Karun Nair, 50. Shout out.
First 50 for 3,149 days between test 50s. Pardeep Patel waited 12 years between 50s. I think we've actually got a photo with Karun Nair. Here he was actually the night before the test match with the boys.
Oh, well, there we
just
go.
having a few beers. So
nice.
he just needed to relax. And we just got in the ear and we said, now, are you watching the ball?
Yeah.
So we got him a few. He was blind last night, wasn't he?
Yeah.
He was
100%. He's a thick back. I remember that. Lovely man.
I
I was actually Madame Tussauds.
So he batted nicely. He's the only batter so far that hasn't made a 50 in the series, I think.
So you say it's been a long time since his last 50. Was that last 50 a 300?
Yeah.
Yeah, sick.
So when he gets to 50, he goes big.
Yeah, that's true. Watch out.
Yeah. And then, tally watch for Shubbers, I suppose. So this is India's highest run tally for any series, surpassing the 6 test series in the Windies in 78-79. That was the same series where Sonny G made 732 runs as captain, which Shubbers has now passed. Now Shubbers watch. Shubbers needs 32 runs in the next innings to pass Sonny G's overall record for most runs by an Indian in a test series, which was against the West Indies 7 years earlier in 71.
So that a 5-test series?
That was a 6-test series. So Shubbers would have done it in a less amount of time.
Game, set, match.
Okay. Just goes to show it's been pretty flat so far. But at 204 for 6, I think India's done pretty well so far.
It's been flat so far, and he's a good player. Like, people, can we walk and chew gum? He's a very good player of cricket. And also it's a good deck to bat on. What are you meant to do?
Yep.
Chris Woakes' shoulder, so he's chasing the ball to the rope towards the end of the day, and he lands badly on his left shoulder. He's immediately in great pain. He's in agony, and the prognosis isn't good. I don't know if there's been official word on his participation in the test match. Suffice to say, Gus Atkinson, end of the day's players, I haven't spoken about it, but I'd be surprised if he's playing. So people are assuming that he's out for the game. Guy's going to need to step up in his absence, I suppose. As there's a lot of people. Yeah, there's that third innings at the Oval apparently is ominous for run scoring. So see how we go. And
it was his left shoulder.
Left shoulder.
So I'm talking longer term with his right. He was obviously right-handed.
Yeah. It would be speaking too soon, but the body's warm, but it could be a watch on what it means for his test career, and I sincerely hope it's not. Excellent play for England, and I'm not delivering an obituary for
Yeah,
him. But excellent play for England and excellent bloke. Extremely well respected, well regarded guy inside and outside the game, inside and outside the team as well. And you do not wish that kind of ending upon anybody. So I hope the prognosis is good, and I hope he's back because great player, great bloke, Chris Woakes. Hashtag AskTGC, no doubt the same spirit of conversation as what I've just said.
No question.
A lot of disappointment that we didn't mark Charlie's birthday with more celebration, Chuck. So
Well, sorry, like they don't know what we've done for his birthday.
Yeah, that's true.
We just said 3 words on the show.
Well, people could be forgiven. This show is just basically live streamed 24/7 now, and we're just chained to these desks. So,
now, does it happen to you in real life when someone sees you in real life? Do they ask where I am? Because the reason I ask is because whenever someone sees me, they say, "Where's Pezza?" And I'll say, I'm in bed at the moment. How did you get in here, first and foremost? Turn the light out.
This massage booking was for 10 a.m.
Are these hands really velvet?
Yeah. We sent Charlie to Pink Sugar. Sent him there.
How was it, Chuck? Any good?
Okay, take your time.
Take your time.
Yeah, I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, it was great.
Yeah,
Thank you very much.
Yeah, no dramas. Yeah.
Brisbane Bears 95.
Yeah. And you came back with glitter all over you as well.
Yeah, well, it was my 16th, so I'm very happy.
Cam Green's Wingspan asks, didn't watch it. How does Australia look in this situation? Well, we can't say that because it's you'd be obsessed.
Yeah.
Vivance 40 milligram says, when does Shield start? Yep.
Yeah.
He goes dream at bouncing, says Nigel Farage voice. I'm not doing that. Boring. Then something about Perth and Darwin. Willie Bin cricket enthusiast says Gambier should take one from the 9B's coach and make Gill do laps in full batting kit after that horrible running between the wickets. More of a Wheelie Bin cricketer myself says, coming from a West Coast Eagles fan, why do both of these sides look like international twos? Now, I think at this point people need to be clear that we've requested messages from people at, I think, around like 1 a.m. UK time, and that you'd then be looking at maybe a 4 or 5 a.m. IST. So this is heavily skewed towards Australians who are awake.
Right, okay.
New South Wales SwiftX, brackets formerly Twitter, says...
Not bad.
Rename ground to Kia Tugger Oval. When is?
Okay, yeah, nice.
Yeah.
Now, if you want to get some of your non-biased AskTGCs, then drop it in the comments below.
Yeah. Big Basket Mao Zedong says Tongue and Overton are about as fun a duo as Siegfried and Roy post-Tiger attack. Yeah, so Winnipeg Super Pig says, given Jaswali's poor run of form the last few tests, should he consider... No, not reading that.
Now, do you think with Shubbers, right, do you think... I mean, we know what Indians are like, right? Like, all they play for is personal milestones. You know?
Oh, yeah, I think that's been established.
It's been established.
It's a cultural, it's a cultural touchstone and foundation.
It's not really befitting of the nature of the sport itself, where we just respect everyone. So when he ran himself out with all these, with these records in sight, the Sonny G records, the captaincy records, the most runs ever in a series in the history of Test cricket records, and he's fluent and he's driving down the ground and he's elegant and he's got his back foot place sorted out as well. Then, he would have showered, he actually would have flushed his pads down the toilet, a la Michael Slater.
Oh, big time. Yep. And bat.
And that'll be the last parallel I'll be making between those two players.
Yeah, mate. Exactly. Yeah. It's very well. It wasn't in keeping with the personal milestone culture that we've learnt so much about recently.
Yes.
Yeah. Rasputin's piece says, "Are you able to study the fall off of this English attack?" Two Flute says, "I didn't watch it because it was on at bedtime."
Yeah. Just blokes doing their best where they can't fucking land for love nor money.
Connor Cooperley's Thick Bonds last one says, good of the Indian boys not to pursue any offensive personal achievements today.
Well, Karun Nair, unfortunately, has broken
for now.
His first 50 in 3,149 days. Selfish, in my opinion. Selfish.
Easy. It's just day one.
Yeah.
The latest coat in this series is Gambier, okay?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah, it's an equal opportunity sledging. We've always said that.
All the grounds.
Okay? Yeah. Grounds was good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Yeah.
I mean, Dizzy said.
Dizzy's in there, yeah. And so did Ashwin. So
Well, we'll see you guys tomorrow morning, where more of this game will have happened, and then we'll find out more information about what this all means for you, your family, your loved ones, and your internet accounts. See you guys tomorrow.